Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Apex Investor, our daily update for Thursday, March the 25th. Today was a great day. It only reaffirms our belief in these two stocks, AMC and GME. There were no value picks today. Actually, in all honesty, the value picks were AMC and GME this morning, right at the open. They were respectively AMC was at 895. Okay, so that was the time to buy it, and it went up to as much as 1131. Volume was great, 128 million, and even after hours above $11. So surged back, and this looks like this could be the beginning of the gamma squeeze. Very well could be. I'm not saying it is, but this could be it. It's coming very soon. If you wanted to know what the support is for AMC, we have a sharp rise right here. Uh, Again, right there at that level, $9. Just about $9 and under. $9 is our support for AMC. If there's any doubt at all, that's what it is. So if you're looking to buy in the stock, AMC, haven't bought in yet, $9 and below is your entry point, in case you did not know. Again, that's where all the buyers showed up. You know, it's support because, again, this massive volume just poured in, and you could see once it reached that point, it bounced up, and not just up to that level, it bounced right up to $11 and plus. In terms of resistance for AMC, we're looking at $14. Just looking at it from a stock perspective, not from a main perspective. So if you're going to day trade this or invest in this stock, knowing the hedge funds and how much power they have, I'm not going to deny that they have influence, that they have power, but we do too. The retail investors, those going long, also do, as well as the shorts, and that's what makes the market healthy. Okay, I'm not saying that they're just all evil. There's some good and bad to be taken if you know how to ride this wave. Okay, moving on to GME, similar story to AMC, except more dramatic. Whereas AMC was only up 21% today, 22% including the after hours, which is closing very soon. GME opened at $116. Okay, $116. It went up to 187. It was up 52%, another 1.7%. So all in total, about 54%, including the after hours, which is massive. That's a lot of money right there in one day. The volume was 49 million, above the average. So AMC and GameStop are brothers in this battle against the hedge funds, if there was any doubt at all. And if there was any doubt what the support is for GameStop, it is 120 and under. 120 is a solid support level. That's your entry point right there. If you haven't gotten into the stock yet, 120 and below is a safe bet. In terms of resistance, again, we're looking at the levels of 300, 280 level if you're just going to do this as a long-term investment in terms of maybe a month or two. But if you're looking for the short squeeze, again, the possibility for AMC and GME to get to $1,000 respectively is very real. Again, I feel GME, GameStop is going to 1,000, AMC probably going to 40, 50, maybe 100. We'll see though. We have to see, hold and see. Resistance, again, it's pretty safe that 300 is looking like a safe bet for GameStop to get pushed down once again, unless the short squeeze, reaches its full climax, if I could use that term, reaches full potential. Okay, it's probably a better term. Climax is a little bit of a double entendre there, a little innuendo. Let's go to the Reddit now. This is too good. WallStreetBets made a drawing out of the chart. They said a Redart and his cat resting before they bankrupt some HFs. And it actually does look like a cat and the boy. And before I continue, I want to just, on a more serious note, I want to just extend my prayers and well wishes to Trey from Trey's Trades regarding his health situation there. My prayers are with you. I also have maybe not the same condition, but a similar thing where I can't really look at the screen for too long without these these special lenses to block out blue light. It really does hurt my eyes. It's straining my eyes, and they're starting to get bloodshot. So I've noticed you also have similar kinds of lenses, so they're very good. They really changed my life. I can sleep better now, and it's just been such a great help. So my prayers are with you, Trey. Trey's Trades. Uh, Regardless of, I mean, we pretty much agree on most things. He's all AMC. I'm actually both. I was GameStop at one point. Now I'm actually equal AMC and GameStop, not in terms of holdings, but in terms of the way I support it, the way I cover it on the channel. And I do believe GameStop will go to the moon. And in order for AMC to get to their respective moon, GameStop has to get there first, because you're going to see the GME apes jump onto the AMC rocket ship and inject some fuel into that rocket. Okay. So that's all I have to say about that. Let's look at some posts here on Wall Street Bets. This is the kind of stuff I don't like. Is it time to buy AMC and sell GameStop? No, you be in both. You can be in both. It's possible to do both. Okay. But GameStop, like we saw in the charts, GME was up about 20% or so. And then, AMC 20% or so. GameStop went up about 50%. So, like I said in my other video, they're both great stocks, but GameStop's leaps and bounds are much greater than AMC's. The only time AMC went up above GameStop was on the Monday, I think it was last week, where the stimmy checks, a lot of people got their stimulus checks, so they were putting their money into AMC because that was the more affordable option. That was the more affordable play for them. Okay. So that's a situation there. And just, you can see the story here is GameStop really just rebounded today because we found support at 120. So the second post that was worth reading on Wall Street Bets was this hit piece article from CNBC saying, don't put your $1,400 stimulus check into stocks like GameStop and AMC. Advisors warn. Oh, why? Because because it soared 32%, actually went up 50% today, and AMC went up almost 30%. So that was, I mean, you can see the message where they're attacking both these stocks, these very fine stocks in AMC and GameStop. They're attacking them because that's the narrative. They want to push this narrative in order for the hedge funds to win. They're on the side of the hedge funds, the MSM. They're not siding with the people. Okay, let's move on to AMC stock subreddit. Okay, so there's a post saying that they're going to have a meeting on May 4th regarding AMC, and they might count the shares on May 4th. So that's going to be interesting to see if that actually happens. But May 4th is a very important date for AMC. That's in less than 2 months from now. They're reporting that 99% of AMC theaters are now open. Okay, if that isn't good news, I don't know what is. That's a news catalyst, ladies and gentlemen. No way. Garth. Dana Carvey. I don't really like too many comedians, but Dana Carvey is one of the few I have respect for. He isn't politically correct. He says what's on his mind, and you know what? He would be canceled today if he did all the things he was doing in the 90s. But he just said that he has a lot of shares in AMC, GameStop, and I think he said BlackBerry as well. And I want to thank Joshua James, because what he said yesterday only proved true today, that there's so much manipulation going on in terms of both AMC and GameStop. So I think we'll move on from this forum. Very, very good day for AMC and GameStop. But what I wanted to also share was, as nerve-wracking as it is to see the shares go Look at those balls. As nerve-wracking as it is to see the shares go down when they went down respectively to $9 and under for AMC. GameStop dipped 120 and below. That was nerve-wracking. It's hard to see your portfolio in the negative. I'm not going to lie. It's not easy, but it does get easier when you really reaffirm your belief that, yeah, this stock is going to squeeze. And I find myself more at ease when it drops, because I'm saying, you know what? I can buy a lot of stock right now. And I know the support level. For AMC, it's $9 and under. For GameStop, 120 and under. That's a very safe entry point for both. And I find it much harder to feel that same calmness when you see it skyrocketing. You feel like, this is crazy. This is pandemonium. I want to sell at, 300, 400 AMC. I want to sell at 14. And there's a temptation there, definitely, because a lot of us want to average down. A lot of us want to, have more secure investment. So if our average buying price per share was for GameStop, if I'm at 290, I want to average down to 120. Why not? And for AMC, if I was averaging at 14, I want to average at $8. Why not? But the answer to that, why not, is because you're actually limiting the short squeeze potential. So, it's better to just buy more at the dip, find some money, liquidate your other stocks, your other holdings, and buy the dip, and then just hold until the squeeze. That's the best strategy in this for this situation here. Okay, I'm going to look at some GameStop posts and report with some really good ones. This tweet right here, very true. CNBC, I know it's a busy day, but in case you missed it, a little stock called GameStop is up 50% today. Just figured you might want to cover it, report it, because that is pretty big. It was one of the biggest winners today. It was a top loser yesterday, but an even bigger winner today. True say, this guy just said, when GameStop is down, there's news everywhere, but when it's up, there's silence. Yeah, exactly. Prove the narrative that the MSM is against us and we are for ourselves. It's an underground movement, so it seems. So, GameStop was the number one purchased stock on Fidelity yesterday. It's when it dropped. So the drop was artificial. Number 2 was Tesla. Number 3, Hall of Fame, HOFV. And in 4th place, NEO, the EV company. 5th place, AMC. And then Palantir's number 6. Okay, moving on. Okay, this post couldn't represent me better. When your portfolio is 100% GME, that's pretty much me. And I have zero cash left to buy anymore. Yeah, I'm this guy right here sitting down. I was just playing Tetris all day. I couldn't do much. I could just watch and appreciate the bounce back. I wanted to buy some more at 120 and below, but I didn't have any money left. So that's that. I hope I don't make people deaf. I'm going to talk a little louder. So DD, it says here, why GameStop went up today and how Citadel may crash the entire market by naked shorting GameStop through ETF. So the TLDR is Citadel is naked shorting ETFs, operational shorting, that contain GME to drive down the price. In the first drop in February, they shorted XRT. In the past week, they have shorted the entire Russell 2000. Read the whole thing to learn why this irresponsible action may lead to the crash of the entire market. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down because, again, TLDR. So the conclusion is findings from Evans' paper on ETF short interest in FTD, naked short selling or operational shorting. Okay, looks like we're going to read this. Citadel and friends are effed and on the brink. The uptick in recent ETF naked shorting signals they are closer to their regulatory leverage limits. Expect more naked shorting of ETFs, but these additional shorting may lead to entire market instability. Talking about the rest of the stock market, not AMC, not GME. So hold your stocks to the moon. To clarify, my summary is that naked shorting of ETFs is easy and profitable for the APs, while operational shorting has no net effect on the NAV of all the stocks. They have realized it is an effective way to drive and magnify the direction of a single stock in the ETF, such as what they did with GameStop. So translation, today's rise may have been premeditated by the APs since they knew they had to cover from shorting IWM 5 days ago. Whether GameStop keeps rising after today, no one can answer, and specific dates don't matter since APs have multiple strategies to delay or shorten the delivery dates on shares sold short. The most effective way to deal with APs who have become more and more leveraged is just buy and hold. Again, the most simple strategy that has been pushed since time immemorial in the GME and AMC subreddits. Okay, next post. Okay, so this poster isn't saying that the big squeeze is going to happen, but it is certainly a possibility. At a 25 to 50% spike due to a gamma squeeze could trigger the actual squeeze. So that's why it's so risky to day trade this stock, GameStop and AMC. Ryan Cohen just tweeted this scene from TED that says, "This is weak. I'm not even getting high. $180 is nothing." He didn't say that in his tweet, but that's what that tweet is implying. And when Ryan Cohen tweets and when DFV tweets, things are very good. So bears are blowing smoke and they can't handle the smoke. Bears are choking. Wow, that's actually a good decipher there. Okay, moving on to the next post. This post is called the King Kong Magnum Opus DD, posted on behalf of Was, and I'm going to read the whole thing. It's just that good. Posted on behalf of Was, his previous DD called the closing price for the next day by 20 cents. Similar to Pixel upon release of my first DD, I was sent threatening messages and my IP/VPN was attacked with tracking software. I've had 3 additional accounts banned from reports and IP tracking software. So we're being targeted here, people. Watch out. Be careful out there. I believe they were most concerned about what I am about to release to this community now. I released a similar version of this DD to my private group. Whenever looking at a massive war as a spectator, I always look at who has most to benefit and lose from the situation. I believe this is what our Bloomberg terminals show us quite clearly. Shares versus shorts. So we have BlackRock/Vanguard versus Citadel/Susquehanna. Most of the other names on the shares/option side of the stock are either directly or indirectly connected to one of these 4 major funds. So this is the war between BlackRock, Vanguard, and Citadel and Susquehanna. However, this story does not begin with GameStop. In fact, GameStop is simply where it most likely will end. Okay, enter Tesla. The war between BlackRock and Citadel Susquehanna came to a culmination point around this stock, Tesla in particular. But in this situation, they found themselves on opposite sides of the trade. Taken directly from BlackRock's Wikipedia page. They say page. Global warming activities. Despite BlackRock's attempts to model itself as a sustainable investor, one report shows that BlackRock is the world's largest investor in coal plant developers, holding shares worth $11 billion among 56 coal plant developers. Another report shows that BlackRock owns more oil, gas, and thermal coal reserves than any other investor, with total reserves amounting to 9.5 gigatons of CO2 emissions, or 30% of total energy-related emissions from 2017. What stock serves as a great threat to the largest coal/oil investor in the world? You guessed it, EV and solar. BlackRock went short on Tesla, along with most of the traditional Wall Street firms. Citadel and Susquehanna super accumulated shares and options to go deep long. 10% of Citadel's holdings are in Tesla options. The CEO of Citadel, Ken Griffin, has ownership through company entities, including the hedge fund, a total of 7.8 million Tesla shares. That's a 4.3% stake in Tesla. 11% of Susquehanna holdings are in Tesla options. Susquehanna International Group has filed a 13F HR form disclosing ownership of 2.2 million shares of Tesla. Susquehanna, Citadel, and Retail ultimately slowly squeezed BlackRock out of Tesla, resulting in an approximate $550 billion gain, rocketing both of them into top 10 funds worldwide, Citadel and Susquehanna. The gain in their portfolios in 2020 is staggeringly large, 30 to 45% increase, and almost directly congruent to Tesla's rapid stock rise. What does the number one firm on Wall Street do when they get squeezed? They squeeze back. Sir, I found a subsidiary of Citadel named Melvin that has been shorting the crap out of a low float brick and mortar named GameStop. They even installed snake board members and are planning on bankrupting the company due to bond defaults at the end of 2020. Oh, really? Says BlackRock. To reform a corrupt board or company takes two things: voting share majority and a kick-ass CEO. In 2011, at the age of 25, Cohen founded Chewy under its original name of Mr. Chewy. Cohen says his inspiration for picking the pet category came from his experience shopping for his poodle, Ty Lee. He cites his father, Ted, who ran a glassware importing business, as a mentor. In need of capital, Cohen says he originally approached over 100 venture capital firms and was rejected by all of them. In 2013, Cohen secured the company's first outside investment from Volition for $15 million. By 2016, he had raised capital from investors including BlackRock and T. Rowe. That year, the company had $900 million in sales and had become the number one online pet retailer. Do you see what he could do with GameStop? The potential there. Getting the picture yet? BlackRock helped Ryan Cohen not only capitalize his company for an online takeover, they also assisted in his sale to PetSmart and listing on the New York Stock Exchange. The same year, BlackRock invested in Chewy. It became the number one online pet retailer. Now back to GameStop. 9 million shares from Ryan Cohen alone is not enough for a voting majority or to oust a corrupt board. We saw the CFO's lame attempt to get Ryan Cohen ousted. Wow. But when you combine BlackRock, Vanguard, and Ryan Cohen's voting shares, you get damn near half the available float. So fellow apes, we are not running with a whale or even a Kong. We are riding on the back of King Kong. King effing Kong, the largest investment firm in the entire world, BlackRock. If that doesn't get your hairs standing, I don't know what will. So as you continue your screeching and slinging of ape poop, do so with bravado and confidence, knowing we are backed by the biggest ape of our world. Godspeed, space travelers. By the way, guess who has been super accumulating all the shares of Tesla that Citadel and Susquehanna has been dumping? BlackRock. Wow. How the tables are turning. Top buys. Okay. I'm just going to leave this here. What does this say? Thank you very much. If you appreciate it, please upvote. Yeah, this is a great post. This is a huge post. We don't just have BlackRock on our side. We have Vanguard. We've got Elon Musk. We've got the Indian billionaire. I forgot his name. Chamath, something with a P. We've got Ryan Cohen. We've got DFV. I mean, you've got me. I'm not really anybody, but you've got a lot of great, great, great people, billionaires, millionaires, multimillionaires. We've got the backing of the internet. We've got the people, the public sentiment behind this. Yeah, we've got the MSM against us, but I mean, really, who are they? Okay. And we've got Roaring Kitty with this GIF. Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? Okay. And that's all for that post. We've got 3 more to go. Let me just see if this is worth reading. I've been reporting on the news regarding GameStop and AMC for probably over a month now. And, you know, it's one thing for me to just say, oh, hedge funds and short sellers and, you know, the world's against us and it's just apes versus the world. And that's not the case, because every day we're seeing what we're arguing being backed up by data, by statistics, by facts, by Bloomberg terminals, by people who have done the research, they've done their homework, they have their DDs, due diligence, deep dives. We have all sorts of people who are well experienced, well versed in the stock market. Uncle Bruce is a prime example. He's one of the gurus in the stock market. And you know what? This is a great movement. This is not just a revolution. We've got information, we've got data and research, evidence, hard evidence to prove the squeeze is not just going to happen. It's going to happen big, big time. It's a matter of when it's going to happen. It's not if, it's a matter of when. Okay. So I'm going to just look at this post from Warden and see if I can abbreviate it. So what I noticed today was the market overall was pretty down, but GME started to go up as a result. And then when the market started to recover a little bit, GME just skyrocketed. So GME is not affected by anything that happens in the market. Again, it is a negative beta. AMC seems to be in a similar position because, again, they're like tied at the hip. It's like, you know, GME is pulling AMC along for the ride. So there's no point in trying to divide us, apes. We're united. AMC, GME, strong together, together strong. So that's all I have to report today. Today was a great wild ride. Tomorrow and, you know, Friday is going to be very interesting. We have a lot of options expiring tomorrow. So we'll see how that affects the price. It could go up, could go down, but we're just going to have to wait and see. We're going to have to buy and hold. And we bought today. You know, it's up to you. What do you want to do with your money? Again, I'm not a financial expert or advisor. So whatever you do is up to you. It's your choice. And I cannot be held liable for anything you do, just as as you will not be held liable for anything that I do, vice versa. You know, people have their opinions. These posters can post whatever they want and write whatever they like, but they're not going to be held liable for anything that I do. If I lose money because of what they post and what they say, I can't blame them. So that's the case here. So thank you very much for your support to my channel, Apex Investor. Please give us a like and a subscribe if you haven't yet. I'm one of the only people on YouTube reporting the news directly from WallStreetBets, from AMC stock and GameStop subreddits, all in one place and covering the top posts. I mean, there are some people that do read a post here and there, but I try to cover it all on a daily basis, giving you the hottest posts, the most relevant ones that'll benefit shareholders of both GameStop and AMC. And please hit the notification bell so that you will know when I release a video to the minute, to the second when it's uploaded. So I'm going to upload this now. Should be up within the hour before 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So thank you again for choosing Apex Investor. We'll catch you tomorrow for our daily update for Friday. Thank you, and God bless you and your investments. Till next time.